We're gonna review data structure and algorithm in Python, the textbook version uh, by Goodrich, Tamassia and Goldwasser. So let's go. So we're gonna review this book. I'm gonna put a link to the ebook on the description down below. So the first chapter is about the Python parameters, as you can see here. Python parameters, and first of all, we want to run a mock Python program and a basic Python program to calculate the average point. So you can see chapter 1 is all about Python. So let's run the first program uh, calculating the uh, average point given the number of courses and the course score, right? So we start with a prompt, some prompts. So print uh, welcome to GPA calculator. So we're gonna calculate GPA to GPA calculator. So we're gonna write a Python program to calculate GPA. So print please enter your score. One per line. All your letter grades. All your letter grade. One per line. And then we want to end the. You can see here we enter the letter grade, and we want to enter a blank line to designate the end. So print. So this is just a prompt. So we just print out the prompt. Okay. So no. Enter a blank line to designate the end. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's end with the prompt, and now we're gonna make a dictionary to map the score rate to the numerical value of it. Okay, so now we're gonna create a map from letter rate to point value. Okay, so we're gonna create a map like that. So points, we're gonna call the map points gonna be equal to, okay, so we want to map letter grade, for example A plus, with a point, for example for point 0. So we're gonna use the syntax semicolon and the value. So the key, then semicolon, and then the value. That's the syntax for the map. These things are kind of similar. So for A, we also want to return 4.0 because that's almost max score. A plus is like more credit, but A minus, we're gonna only return 3.67. That's the value. So we map A minus with 3.67. B plus. Okay, B plus with, we're gonna map it with 3.33. Okay, B, just B alone, we're gonna map it with 3.0, and with B minus, we're gonna map it with 2.67. Okay, so next we're gonna map C plus with 2.33, and okay, so let's fix it a little bit here. so I want to make some space here so it's nice and see, easily see. Okay, so now we're gonna map C with 2.0, and now we have C minus, and we map it with 1.67, and then okay, so now next we have D, C, so D plus, and we have D, and then we have F. Okay, so that's all. So D plus we're gonna match with 1.33. Okay, D we're gonna match with 1.0, so that's very low. So D point is not very good, and F for failure gonna be mapped with 0.0. Okay, 0.0. Okay, so that's the mapping, that's the dictionary, the point dictionary that we are creating to make a map from the point, the letter point to the numerical points. Okay, so that's it. All right, now we want to know the course number, but initially we want the course number to be 0. So the number of courses to be 0, because as you can see here, when we put more points in, the number of courses has to update, and we also want to create a variable of total points, and we're gonna set it as 0 as of right now. Okay, total points. Alright, and we're gonna create a variable done, and we set it to false for the moment. Okay, so while not done, so when done is false, that's why we set done equal to false. Rate now gonna be equal to input. We're just gonna let them to input the grade. Okay, so we just let the user to input the grade, and that's actually the read line method from the user. Okay, that's the read line method from the user, and then if grade is equal to blank, it means when they enter a blank statement, which is the enter, then we are done, right? So done equal to true. Okay, we set done equal to true. Okay, so this means that empty line is enter. Okay. So elif grade is not in point, not in. So which means they can enter an unrecognized grade. So they can they can enter a randomized grade that is not in the table. So we have to make it a false grade enter, and we're gonna print, because we have to unknown grade being entered. Okay, so unknown grade being entered, being ignored. Okay, so and then we want it to get in the uh, the format, and then we dot format grid, dot format grid, because we want that grid to be ignored. Whatever being input gonna be put into the format and then put into the string. Okay, so else okay. So now if each time they input a grade, the number of courses has to increase by 1 as well, right? So num courses plus n equal to 1, and then total point when I equal to total point plus grade, right? So plus grade. Okay. But now we know that the grade that we enter here, we will see here, the grade that we enter here is actually a letter. So the total point cannot plus the letter, because total point is a numerical value. So we have to grab the value of the grade in the point map, which is a numerical value. So it should be point grades. Okay. All right. Because we have to take the numerical value of the grade, but the grade is coming in alphabetical value, the letter value, not numerical value. So we have to plus the grade, the points of the grade imported from the points map to the total points. Okay, so and finally we break out the while loop, and if num course is bigger than 0, then print. We're going to print out the GPA, right? So the GPA, so your GPA is okay. So the format 0.3. So we gotta take 3 decimal of format. Okay. So the average, the GPA gonna be the total point, and divided by the num course. Okay, so the GPA gonna be the number of total points, divided by the number of courses. Okay, so let's run if we have any error. So I think that's quite okay. So for example, we have 2A plus, 1A, 1B, 1C, 1F. That's 7 and another A plus. So enter. So your GPA is 3.0. That is a B, right? So with 1F you can even get a 3.0. So that's very good. The program run well. Let's have another test. We want to run the program one more time, and let's have another test. So run. So for example, if it's OA plus, then what happens? 3, 4. So 7 subject OA plus. So the GPA is 4.0, and if we enter something that is not from the dictionary, let's say G, so immediately the program getting a seat, the loops immediately end, because no, grade 3 being ignored, because we cannot enter a grade that is outside of the dictionary. So that's the end for the first exercise of this book. So thank you very much, and we're gonna keep checking down the exercise in this textbook later. Thank you.